ski boat, sorry. It's a Thurgood T-deck hull. So on the final time on the Brisbane Marine back straight, will Eglinton, will she hold on? She's maintained that gap back to second place. A lonely old drive for Todd Hines back in third. Tom Birmingham, first race today, was a real good win. He's going to have to try and sort out the mess in the engine that he's got. But taking out the white Water Marine checkered flag, Kathy Eglinton. Congratulations going to Kathy. Next along, Leon Evans in stress. Hoodlum, Todd Hines, and Tom Birmingham in Shogun. Restricted combo proudly brought to us by the Brothers Club at Bundaberg, providing excellent catering facilities matched by distinctive service in our multiple venture options for your next function. Don't forget there are many gaming options for you to choose from at the Brothers Sports Club to keep you entertained. Once again, thank you to the Brothers Club at Bundaberg. Wilson Industrial Sales bringing us the next heat of 25 horsepower.
Alrighty, so just as these restricted combos come back in, 25 horsepower will be up next, so just a heads up. So 25 horsepower, and I think we're doing a bank start for this one, and in fact we do have a blue flag for the 25 horsepower. I'd say normal start, just coming from down there. So 25 horsepower, making your way out onto the course. Over to you, Craig. All right, so this 25 horsepower field, I'll just give you the poles for this one. So we've got Extreme Marine coming off pole 1, Just Winging It coming off pole 2, Eureka off pole 3, Maniac off 4, and Titan off 5. So our drivers will be Joshua Chiswell in Extreme Marine, Jason Chiswell in Maniac, Caden Sutherland, in Just Winging It, Katie Jenner in Eureka, and Zachary Slattery in Titan. As they head off in this 25 horsepower race, so just on the outside there, Zach Slattery in Titan, fastest down the straight, but we'll see how they sort themselves out coming out of this corner. So it does look like Titan, Zach Slattery is going to be first away out of the NZ corner there, and then we are going to have, by the looks of it, Eureka, Katie Jenner and Joshua Chiswell in the Extreme Marine boat. All three neck and neck down that straight. Meanwhile, a little bit back to Jason Chiswell in Maniac and just winging it, Caden Sutherland. So this race will be 3 laps, and as they come out of the top turn up there into the Smiley Straight, main straight, we'll see how they're looking coming down past the start finish line. But from here it looks like Zach Slattery and Titan still with the lead there at the present time. So we're 1 lap down, 2 to go in this one. Eureka, Katie Jenner there sitting in second at the present time. Jason Chiswell in that Maniac boat catching on to his son Josh in the Extreme Marine boat there now. So a tight race between them in a moment by the looks of it for third, and meanwhile it's going to be just winging it, Caden sitting back there in fifth. At the front of the field, no change at this point in time at the halfway mark in this race. So Titan still in the lead from Eureka. A little ways back to those two Chiswell boats, Extreme Marine and Maniac. So nothing changing at this point in time as we go into the top turn. Up there, so we'll see a yellow flag as they come past the start finish line, and it's going to be Titan still in the lead. So Katie Jenner in Eureka there, not going away though, not letting Zach Slattery get too far away. Meanwhile, down there challenging in third place. So on the inside there, you've got Maniac, Jason Chiswell and Joshua Chiswell in Extreme Marine, and they're going to be pretty well dead even almost as they come past the start finish line. But Maniac Dad just nudging his head, nose in front there at the moment. Meanwhile, at the front of the field, Titan has broken away a little bit now from that other boat, Eureka, with Katie Jenner on board. Maniac taken over third place, but Josh Chiswell in the Extreme Marine entry won't let him get too far away. There is a pretty big gap though between the third and fourth and first and second, so don't see that changing at the moment. Meanwhile, so Zach Slattery in Titan comes out of that final turn and heads for home, and so the checkered flag is ready and waiting, and winning this 25 horsepower race is Zach Slattery in Titan. Katie Jenner in Eureka will be second. Down there, so Jason Chiswell in Maniac will take third, with Joshua Chiswell in the Extreme Marine boat fourth, and then Caden Sutherland in Just Winging It. That was our 25 horsepower Group 1, sponsored by Wilson's Industrial Sales. So hand over to Craig for an interview in a moment, but next up is our Trojan Trophy group. First group will be away again, so the Trojan Racers first group will have you on the water next. When you're ready, Craig.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we've spoken to a number of our younger generation this weekend, and someone that is certainly young, but she's only new to the sport as well. Her name's Bella Smiley, of course the daughter of Troy Smiley, our principal sponsor this weekend. Bella, it wasn't too long ago that you were living up the road and the whole family were watching the powerboat racing. Next minute we find you're not only part of the sport, Dad's a major sponsor.
Yeah, I love the sport. Sitting up on the bank and watching last race day here at this time of the year, um, seeing the beautiful boats go past and the sound, it just makes you want to be part of the community.
Up until this time last year, you never put your backside in a boat before.
No, not until December last year. I had never been in a boat. I just thought I'd have a go, and here I am now.
For all the young people out there, people that are watching on live stream, people out in the crowd, what's the message you'd like to give them?
Have a go fast, turn left.
Turn left, okay. Unfortunately, you were just telling me the incident we had on the course was right next door. Good to know that everything's going to be all right with the boys.
Yeah, it was an unfortunate event that happened, but they're all good. They've gone off to hospital, they'll be fine. So sadly it's part of racing and it's sadly what happens, but at the end of the day it's that they're good, that all that matters.
All right, 12 months ago your backside wasn't in a boat, it is now. What's the most fun thing about it?
Going fast, have a go, and the friends.
And the friends, the camaraderie. You've got all these new friends now, not only people from school and your blood family, but a lot of new friends in the powerboats.
Yeah.
Okay, look, I know there's one very big sponsor of yours that happens to be part of the family. I'm sure you'd like to thank them and anyone else.
Yeah, I'm always here to thank my dad. He made anything that I have at my fingertips possible.
All right, young lady, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Bella Smiley. Thank you.
All good.
That was easy, wasn't it?
Thanks, Craig. And of course, you'll see the helicopter that's just up the top of the course there at the moment. So the Smiley's group, the aviation arm, is here with us as well this weekend. And just another reminder, you can get yourself a helicopter ride over the weekend. It's $110 per person. And if you want to book that, then you just head down to the aviation tent, which is just on the other side of the bottom ramp there, just down from where the ambulance station is. So just go down there to the aviation tent. As we said, $110 per person, and the best view of the Bundaberg region that you can possibly get.
Next round of heats for the Trojan Cup, the final round this weekend. Lock and load all the way from Wingham on the mid-north coast of New South Wales. From Adelaide, South Australia, Mark Evanreuter, representing the Raymond Terrace Aquatic Club. Mr. Brendan Mason. And in the little 5 litre, of course, Corey Marlin. Corey Marlin driving Sick Puppy. Of course, this boat won the WAGGT, most sought after trophies going around last weekend at the St George Powerboat Club. Youngest ever driver, 16 years of age. One of the most sought after trophies in Australasia. So young Corey, 16 years of age. having a great victory last weekend.
Okay, so when they come back down, the poles for this group in this next round of the Trojan Trophy, coming off 1 will be Lock and Load, off 2 Sick Puppy, off 3 Impulse, and on 4 Routers.
Coming up for the start, ladies and gentlemen, we can see the Smiley Group helicopter getting some great footage here. So coming up for the start. And flag down, yes, we've got a great start. We got Lock and Load on the inside. Brendan Mason and Impulse. Sick Puppy back to third on the inside, and Ever Rider in 4th place. Lock and Load, Ryan McIntosh. Oh, look at looks like Impulse has got to the outside. So it's a great race for first and second, third and fourth. So boats coming on to the Smiley Group. Front straight, and it's Impulse, Brendan Mason over Ryan McIntosh. Sick Puppy, Corey Marlin back in third. Mark Evan Reuter in 4th place. Brendan Mason representing the Raymond Terrace Aquatic Club. Go the Terrace. He leads out from Ryan McIntosh. Corey Marlin has shook off Mark Evan Reuter in third. So boats coming up for the yellow flag and 1 to go, ladies and gentlemen. So 1 to go for Mason over Lock and Load. Corey Marlin in 3rd place. Evan Reuter, the South Australian, still can't make any ground up on the 16-year-old. But out of Brisbane Marine and Enzeg at Bundaberg. Final time on the Smiley's Group of Company Front Straight. Brendan Mason leads Ryan McIntosh. Sick Puppy home in 3rd. Mark Evan Reuter comes home in 4th. And wow, Brendan Mason, what a statement. McIntosh got to that early lead. We thought it was going to be all over. Brendan Mason had other thoughts. Dave Wise, great race.
All right, everyone. So these Trojan Trophy competitors, as they come back in, our next race up is Outboard C, sponsored by Whitewater Marine. So Outboard C competitors, I can see some ready to go. We'll have you underway in a moment. All right, we've got a blue flag for Outboard C. So Outboard C, you can make your way out onto the course. Okay, so the Outboard C field coming down in a moment. So off pole 1 will be Tennessee Titan with Reuben White driving. Off 2 will be the Deviate driven by Clinton White. Coming from 3, Fat Chance with Scott Carandrews driving. Off pole 4 will be Blue Balls driven by Dan Gamble. Off pole 5, Sonic driven by David Cassell. And off 6 will be Bundy On with Dean McLaughlin driving. Alrighty, as we head off for a start in this outboard C race, let's see how we come out of that first turn there, the NZ Bundaberg turn. And I think that'll be the deviate with Clinton White leading the way off. And from here, looks like that'll be Fat Chance in second, Sonic in third, Blue Balls in fourth, Tennessee Titan in fifth, and Bundy on the black and yellow boat back there in sixth. Meanwhile, coming up at the top turn into the Smileys Group main straight for the first time in lap 1 of 3, so it's well and truly out in front in this one. It's going to be the deviate, Clinton White, out in front of Fat Chance, Sonic in third, Blue Balls in fourth, Tennessee Titan and Bundy on. So no change in race order at this stage, ladies and gentlemen, but we're at the halfway mark in this one for Clinton White, who has opened up a big lead down that back straight, finding a bit of rough water there at the moment though. Fat Chance sitting back there in second, and Sonic looking pretty steady and not too far away. So we're just about 2/3 of the way there as Clinton White in the deviate comes down the main straight to go past the yellow flag. So one lap left to go for the deviate. Fat Chance sitting back there in second. Sonic in third. There might be a bit of a challenge coming here from Dan Gamble in that Blue Balls boat, but just as I say that, Sonic breaks away a little bit more again. So pretty messy down that coming out of that turn there for Clinton White in the deviate, but he's got it back under control. Meanwhile, Fat Chance is just about to get challenged by Sonic down the back straight for that second place. So Clinton White really found some air down coming out of that corner. It was pretty untidy, but still well and truly out in front at the moment. So as long as he comes through here cleanly, he will get the checkered flag. So Clinton White in the deviate is going to get the checkered flag, but just keep an eye on the red boat Sonic there, who's going to challenge Fat Chance for second as they come down to the line. But Fat Chance, Scott Carandrew is going to hang on, but it was pretty close there across the start-finish line, just nose to tail. Sonic in third though, Blue Balls in fourth, and then it's actually Bundy on is now in fifth, and Tennessee Titan in sixth. So after this outboard C race, we'll get them back in and we'll have our next group of Trojan Trophy competitors up next. All right, so as our next group of Trojan Trophy competitors head off down the back of the course for a start, just our 25 horsepower group, Heat 2. You guys are up next, so you can be ready to go as soon as this race is over. So 25 horsepower Heat 2, you're up next. Meanwhile, the boats that are out there for this round of the Trojan Trophy this time, we've got Melody Excel, who will be off pole 1, Tough Enough off pole 2, and Rastus, who will be off pole 3.
Okay, next heat of the Trojan. Brian Kilpatrick in the orange and blue 5 litre. And our 2 blue boats, the light blue of Tough Enough, James Clark, and the darker blue of Rastus. Of course, Steve Rarity. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. So we've got a great start from the 2 blue boats. Tough Enough on the outside, Rastus on the out. So Clark goes in early. Rastus has had to go right round the outside. Kilpatrick moving into 3rd place. So coming out of Brisbane Marine into NZ at Bundaberg, top turn and onto the Smiley Group front straight. Coming up to complete 1 of 3, 1 of 3. So Tough Enough leads out from Rastus in 2nd place, Steve Rarity. Next along, Brian Kilpatrick. He's another driver that's come out of the Palmer Future ranks not too long ago. Talk about him stepping into the blown alcohol displacement class. But young James Clark, one to go for Clarkie. Rastus, unfortunately, Kilpatrick, he stopped halfway up the Smiley Group front straight, which leaves the 2 blue boats on the course. So James Clark, there we go, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. So Clark beats Rarity. Unfortunately, Kilpatrick stopped with a lap and a bit to go. There's a lot of blue smoke there. That certainly doesn't look good for Brian. He supports a lot of clubs, a lot of venues. That when they do come back, show your appreciation. Of course, first bat coming, Steve Rarity from the Raymond Terrace Aquatic Club. He did a really good job there, but James was just that much better. This wonder kid from South Australia, of course, the son of David Clark. He was the points leader coming into this weekend. He's certainly going to be very, very hard to beat now. But it ain't over till the fat lady sings, and the other guys as part of the Trojan Trophy, I'm certainly will make life as miserable as possible for James.
All right, thanks for your call on that one, Craig. So another exciting Trojan Trophy race. Our next race up is the 25 horsepower Heat 2. So this group sponsored by Scoops Science Engineering. So we'll 25 horsepower Heat number 2 will have you out on the course just as soon as this boat is towed back in.
Couple of Cheerios to a few people out there. Of course, a big Cheerio going out to Richard Cleaver. Richard involved in that incident at St George last weekend, 8 broken ribs and a punctured lung. So he's still in St George Hospital, undertook a major operation on Tuesday. So I know you'll be watching, Rich, and we all send our love to you, mate. And of course, my little mate, Sean Slippery Hughes, had the shoulder operation during the week, and I know he is watching. The number of phone calls coming through of criticisms. So we certainly know Sean is watching. And a big hello to Butch Sonter at home, not feeling well, so a big cheerio going out to Butch Sonter. We saw all the Sonter clan here earlier today.
Okay, 25 horsepower Heat 2. You've got a blue flag, so you can head out onto the course. Oh, so this 25 horsepower field that's just making its way down, ready for a start now. So off pole 1, we'll have Kamikaze, driven by Ben Ashby. Off 2, we'll have Slingshot, driven by Hugo Brackmanis. Off 3, we'll have Coop Science Racing, Steve Cooper. From 4, Mental Health, driven by Peter Bartz. Coming off pole 5 will be Siren, driven by Steph Cooper. And off 6 will be More Time Out, driven by Scott Trainer. Alright, as we come down for the start of this 25 horsepower race coming through the first turn, we'll see how we look coming out of there. So it's going to be the one off pole one on the inside there, Kamikaze leading the way off Ben Ashby. So that green boat is Slingshot with Hugo Brackmanis. Then the dark coloured boat there is Mental Health. The white boat just tucked in behind Mental Health there is Siren. Then the other boat there is Steve Cooper in Cooper Science Racing, and Scott Trainer in More Time Out with the predominantly yellow boat there, which won the first heat this morning in this group. So as we come around now, so there'll be 3 laps of this race, and we'll see how we're looking as we come across the start-finish line. But from here, looks like it's going to be Kamikaze still in the lead just from Slingshot. Meanwhile, Mental Health, Peter Bart's there in third, Steph Cooper in Siren fourth, Steve Cooper in Coop Science fifth, and still More Time Out in sixth. So no change to the race order at this point in time as they go through the NZ turn there, and it's still Kamikaze actually opened up a little bit of a lead there at the front. Now Slingshot still sitting there in second and Mental Health in third, so not too much changing, but back there in fourth, the dad Steve Cooper is made up a little bit of the gap on Steph Cooper, and Scott Trainer in More Time Out still sitting back there in sixth. So we're coming through the top turn there now, and once they come down the straight and cross the start finish line, they'll get the yellow flag to let them know they've got 1 lap to go. And so still Kamikaze there in first, comfortably out in front at the moment. Slingshot there in second. Mental Health looks like Peter Bartz could mount a challenge, but still a little bit of work to do there in third. Meanwhile, Steph Cooper in Siren hanging on to fourth, Coop Science Racing and More Time Out. So absolutely zero change to race order, but up on the NZ turn there, so it is Mental Health though. He did come out of that turn first in ahead of Slingshot, but Slingshot taking second place back over there now, so keep an eye on those two. I think that's where the race is going to be. So Kamikaze well out in front at the moment, but keep an eye on the second and third there, and fourth and fifth, that's where the race will be as they come across the start finish line. Into the top turn there now, Kamikaze, just the main straight to go for Ben Ashby in Kamikaze, so the checkered flag is waiting, but let's keep an eye on second and third there. So Mental Health and Slingshot is going to be pretty tight as they come down to the line, but Slingshot does just pull away there and looks like going to take second place. So it'll be Slingshot in second, Mental Health in third, and Steph Cooper finding the going a bit rough out wide there, but will hang on for fourth. Steve Cooper fifth in Coop Science, and Scott Trainer More Time Out in sixth in that 25 horsepower race, which was sponsored by Steve Cooper himself from Coop Science Racing. Our next race up will be Inboard B, so we'll get these 25s back in to the bank, and we'll have our Inboard B field up next.
Test 1 2 1 2. So inboard B, we got Kira Eglinton, in Let It Ride. We got Wayne Montgomery, Misfired 2, Rod Peterson in Hot Lemon, James McLaughlin in Hustler, Ben Cole in Cole Sweat. There's some of the boats I can see down at the ramp here, Dave. So the Let It Ride machine, normally driven by Mark Eglinton, daughter Kira. We've seen her in the 850cc class a little bit earlier. That inboard B coming up. Proudly sponsored by Oz Propellers. So our starters are Send It, Steve Mallett, Hot Lemon, Rod Peterson, Irritation is Brent Fletcher, Wayne Montgomery in Misfire 2, Let It Ride, Kira Eglinton. So they are our starters. Coming up, next round of heats coming up, inboard B, proudly sponsored by Oz Propellers this weekend. White flag aloft, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Our start boat. Look at that Smiley Group helicopter above. What wonderful pictures they're getting at the moment. And we have a flag down and a good start by all competitors. You see Hot Lemon, Rod McKay, Rod Peterson charging down the outside. A bumpy ride there in fairly close to the Irritation boat. Misfire's in there somewhere. I think that's possibly running third, Misfire 2. Wayne Montgomery, Kira back in fourth. So Peterson leads out. In Hot Lemon. But Cole Sweat, Benny Cole. He's on the inside, on the outside is Montgomery in Misfire 2. Kira Eglinton in fourth. An Irritation bringing up the tail. So coming up to take the yellow flag and one to go, Rod Peterson, the local dealer for NZ here at Bundaberg, one of our major sponsors. Look at this battle for second and third. This has been raced long. Benny Cole on the inside and Cole Sweat on the outside. Misfire 2, Wayne Montgomery. Wow, what a race for second and third. They got half a lap to go. Cole Sweat coming back on the inside. Kira Eglinton in fourth. Pretty lonely drive for Kira. And Irritation back in fifth place. Hot Lemon coming onto the Smiley Group front straight last time. But look at the battle of second and third. On the inside, Cole Sweat, Misfire 2 on the outside. Who's it going to be, ladies and gentlemen? Misfire 2, Wayne Montgomery, the president of the Bundaberg Power Club, moves into a tremendous second over Betty Cole Sweat. Kira Eglinton in letter ride. And Brent Fletcher, Irritation. Wow, what a run. Great drive by Rod Peterson. However, the race for second and third, that was race long between Montgomery and Cole. We should see Wayne Montgomery in the official tower shortly. We'll have a talk with Wayne. Just when we thought Benny Cole had come back on the inside and with that good real estate, that no, he just kept coming and coming and coming, and then just got that gap and turned a shaky second place into a very firm one. Good drive once again from Kira Eglinton. Rod Peterson was the man though. He showed them a clean set of heels off the start, right down the outside, and that's where the race was won. Big thank you going out to Oz Propellers. Visit their website on ozpropellers.com.au, plus Facebook and Instagram. They bring over 25 years experience in the marine propeller industry. Oz Propellers is a family-owned and operated business in Queensland, specialising in all types of boat props, including outboard and stern drive propellers. They are confident that you'll find what you need from their online store. Stocking world-renowned brands, including the likes of Mercury and Yamaha, our range of boat propellers is sure to impress. With our competitive prices, you can enjoy premium quality without breaking the bank. If you find a cheaper identical product elsewhere, we'll beat the price. Oz Propellers will be sure to supply you with the correct propeller for your boat, so you can feel confident that when you purchase a prop through us. Don't live in Queensland? Don't worry. They will deliver to all capital cities. To discuss your specific needs, feel free to contact us today. So a very big thank you, Oz Propellers, one of our class sponsors this weekend. They're, of course, Inboard B.
Thanks, Craig. And our next race up is Outboard B. So they've in fact got a blue flag and are making their way out onto the river now. So Outboard B is going to be sponsored by ASAP Aircraft Spares. So we talked about some of our great on the water sponsors, but if you're in the air, ASAP Aircraft Spares are the people to see. So if you need a particular bolt, nuts or screw for your home-built aircraft, then stop in at ASAP Aircraft Spares, your local aviation shop. All right, so we've just got a field of 3 for this Outboard B race, and they are coming off pole number 1. It will be Villain, driven by Chris Tucker. Off pole 2, Millard Financial, driven by Marcus Millard. And off 3 will be Hoodlum, driven by Todd Hines. Alrighty. So these three boats will be down here for a start. And here they come. So this is our outboard B field, sponsored by ASAP Aircraft Spares. Inboard A, by the way, you're up next, so be ready to go. But meanwhile, we've got to start in this outboard B race. So So there you've got, so the red boat is Millard Financial, and then you've got Villain, the blue boat, Todd Hines in Hoodlum there in the other boat on the outside there. So as we head down there, it'll be 3 laps of this race, and looks like so Millard Financial, Marcus Millard with the early advantage, but going pretty wide there. And so we'll see how they're looking as they come down past the start-finish line when we've got a better view, but it is going to be that red boat crossing the start-finish line first, then Hoodlum in second, Villain though. Chris Tucker with that run down the inside, so a bit cleaner out of there this time for Chris Tucker in Villain, but the other 2 boats have put the pedal down, and so Millard Financial and Hoodlum, but a bit of a misfire there for Todd Hines in Hoodlum by the sounds of it. So was taking off but slowed right up. So that leaves the red boat there, Marcus Millard in his Millard Financial entry out in front. The yellow flag is up, so once they come past the start-finish line, they'll have 1 lap to go. Meanwhile, Todd Hines in Hoodlum has recovered there and crosses the start-finish line in first. Millard Financial in the red boat still there. Villain dropped off from those 2 now, way back in third. So coming out of that turn, Millard Financial is well and truly on his own now. Hoodlum has stopped altogether. That motor wasn't sounding great, but he was still in it there. But that boat stopped now. So that's going to leave Marcus Millard in the Millard Financial entry all alone out front. So just got to get round that corner and come down and take the checkered flag. So it sounds like Todd's got that boat going again, so he'll be able to make his way around. But this one's been won and done by Marcus Millard in the Millard Financial entry. It'll be Chris Tucker in Villain taking second, and it sounds like so that boat Hoodlum, so we might have there'll be a short delay before the next race, so I think it's going to need to be towed in at this point in time. So there'll be a short delay while that happens, but should only take a couple of minutes, and then our next race will be inboard A. All right, so this next race, so inboard A will be coming up in a moment as we tow this boat back in. So inboard A will be sponsored by Whitewater Marine. So it'll be interesting to see how we go in this one. We just in the last race, it was Dave Law in home wrecker. Was pretty much home and hose, and the boat pulled up about 40 metres from home. I've since found out that it was a emergency oil pressure shut off that stopped him, and so he, as we said, pulled up 30 or 40 metres from home when he pretty much had the race won. I'm not sure then Punisher pulled up as well, and in that race Cole Sweat just came home over the top and took that one out. So hopefully no troubles in this race as once they get out there, and we'll have a nice close one this time around. So that other boat is just about back in now, so not too long away until we'll have the inboard A's out ready to go.
Just a moment there, Dave. Just about to fall off the Wedlock machine. Davey Wedlock, great result earlier.
Crew's put a fantastic effort in over the last few days. We had a few miss-ups and stuff like that, so the boys have worked overtime on the boat and stuff like that, so I just let them do what they know best and me just drive it kind of thing, so yeah.
You were about to throw the boat into the Sandy Hook yesterday. A much better feeling this morning.
Yeah, heaps better. You know, like when things don't go right for you nearly over the last 12 months that we've been racing kind of thing. When things don't go well, it gives you got a bit of a downer. But there's always there people, the Bundy racing community, our family. They boost you up and kick you up the bum and say, get going again.
I said during commentary that previous race, mate, Spicer and Trussell, the two craves were going hammer and tonk. You were sitting back smoking the pipe.
We've got a few more years hopefully, and we'll go from there. Yeah.
Best anyone you'd like to thank while you got the mic, Dave?
Just all my crew. I won't name any names. They already know who they are. They do a fantastic effort for me. Without them, I can't go boat racing. I'm just a cabinet maker. I don't know nothing about them things on the back there. So, without them guys, and the Bundy crowd, thank you for coming. Without you guys, our sport doesn't stay alive. So thank you for the Bundy crowd turning up.
Davey Wedlock, all the best.
Thank you very much.
All right, so the poles for this inboard A race. So off pole 1 will be Who Cares, Tim Windmill driving. Off 2 will be Hustler with James McLaughlin driving that one. Off 3 will be Downtime driven by Rob Simpson. Coming off pole 4 will be the Punisher, Andrew Goodhue. Off pole 5 will be Home Wrecker driven by Dave Law, and off pole 6 will be the winner of the last race, Cole Sweat, with the driving being shared by Ben and Tim Cole this weekend.
The Smileys group helicopter working absolute overtime for us today. Cole Sweat leads out. Once again, right round the outside. So inboard A on the water. Cole Sweat in second place. Dave Law and Homewrecker in third. Who cares? Tim Windmill. But very tight indeed. So the Punisher, Andrew Goodhue, has charged away from the pack. Cole Sweat. I believe that's Tim Cole. David Law in Homewrecker, he's third. Look at this for fourth, fifth and sixth. So we got the boat, Who Cares, Tim Windmill. Hustler James McLaughlin, and the boat coming up on the inside, of course, downtime Rob Simpson. So checkered flag going out to Andrew Goodhue. Another good win to Andrew over Benny Cole. Dave Law in Homewrecker, the blue boat. Look at this for fourth, fifth and sixth. It's going to go right down to the wire. So Rob Simpson in downtime takes fourth. James McLaughlin in Hustler fifth. And Tim Windmill in Who Cares, bringing up the tail. So outboard A coming up, inboard A brought to us by Whitewater Marine, our good friend Clint White. So anyone that can get a close-up of the number 51, the Extreme Marine Queensland boat of Mr. Craig Trussell, also supported by Swick Automotive, no deposit first homes, full contact tiling. Trevor Hodder, the man there. You can see Craig, he's got the, he looks like a fighter pilot in the cabin there. He's got a 5-point harness and he's got plenty of air in the unfortunate instance of going over. So all our rescue crew, our divers, they're all trained in the case of someone going over, what they need to do. So safety absolutely paramount here in powerboat racing. You can see Spicer there, the Brisbane Marine, the APX V8 engine machine. It was Craig's birthday yesterday. He turned 22, I believe, yesterday. So Davey went like the first of our boats to go out. We did speak to We can see, I think it's Gary Dreyer in the other Brisbane Marine being turned round. So virtually two identical boats except for the engines. We, of course, Craig, got the APX V8 on the back, very different sounding engine. It was very easy to pick out yesterday afternoon when there were no other boats on the course. So we're just waiting. You can see on this side of the course, from the concrete wall and the like, we get a lot of bounce back, so the officials will wait for that to settle, and we'll give our boats the first lap at least of nice settled water. So someone up in the Smiley Group helicopter enjoying quite an experience at the moment. So we can see a number of our crews down here. They're all hooked up with two-way radios. Joel Smith, hard-working crew member for Dave Wedlock. He would have taken a lot of confidence out of the earlier heat, Joel.
Yeah, he drove really well. The engine seems to be doing what it's doing, so we'll just keep on building from that.
Thank you, Joel Smith, hard-working crew member for the Wedlock camp. Good start. Joel Downs was the big star. But look at Wedlock right down the outside. Traderslov missed a start badly. There's that man on the outside, but I think that's the, that looks like Craig Spicer. Or is that Gary Dreyer out in the lead? Wedlock in second, Joel Downs in third. Spicer in fourth, and Trusler back in fifth place. There's obviously a problem with the Trusler machine. But Dreyer leads out from Wedlock. Downs in third. Craig Spicer holding fifth. Well, the two Craigs are back in fourth and fifth. Spicer in fourth, Trusler in fifth. The races for the lead, ladies and gentlemen. Gary Dreyer on the inside and Dave Wedlock on the outside. The two veterans in the sport. Look at this, going absolutely hammer and tong on the Smiley Group front straight. But Wedlock again. He's moved into the lead from Dreyer. Joel Downs, pretty lonely old drive in third now, as is Craig Spicer. Craig Trusler, he took a lot of confidence yesterday. But the man to beat at the moment, it ain't over till the fat lady sings, but Davey Wedlock. So final time on the Brisbane Marine back straight, Wedlock. It's his race to lose. He's a couple of 100 metres in front of the second place getter. And that's Gary Dreyer, but he's being hunted down now by Joel Downs. They're coming up to take the Whitewater Marine checkered flag, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands for Davey Wedlock. Dave Wedlock wins the number 3. In second place, Gary Dreyer for Brisbane Marine. Joel Downs in third for Downs Family Racing. Craig Spicer home in fourth. And Craig Truslove, unfortunately, comes home in fifth. Well, the beautiful partner of Davey Wedlock, Charmaine Howe. He was down in the dumps yesterday, mate, but geez, 2 out of 2. He's done the Richie Benno today. Pretty good.
Yeah, it's really exciting. I'm so proud of him, and he'd be so happy out there. And he really loves racing with all these guys here. Like, we come here because we like racing, but we also like catching up with everybody. So it's really good to see him having some good luck out there.
The last couple of years he's had bad luck, but it's been good luck today. You know, I said to him before, you know, it was down in the dumps day yesterday. You did another engine, did this, did that. The boys threw, I don't know whether it was a fishing motor or whatever on late yesterday, but it's worked a dream.
I know, I'm really enjoying actually having all the helpers because it means I can just stand here and video it. It's awesome.
All the best, Charmaine Howe.
Thank you.
Here we go, Charmaine Howe, beautiful partner of Davey Wedlock. We can hear the Fury machine of Hayden Chesterbeek fired up. Sick Puppy, the 5 litre, Sick Puppy, the 5 litre of Corey Marlin coming out on the water also.
All right, folks, so just a little bit of traffic around the ramps, but our next race up is Unlimited Inboard. And so once we get some of these outboards that have just raced back in, and we've got some, we can get the Unlimited Inboards in the water as soon as we can.
Unlimited out on the water, just waiting for officials to get the okay. See the big yellow beast of Troy Marlin. Very big thank you to the Marlin family. Big effort bringing the big boat here this weekend. Also son Corey in the 5-litre sick puppy. The big Fury boat here at the Chessers. Didn't have great luck in the first heat, but we saw him very strong in practice late yesterday. Boats on the water shortly. Just we had the pleasure of seeing Cole Sweat and Misfire 2 neck and neck a couple of races ago up here with one of the drivers, Wayne Montgomery. Wayne, it was a fabulous race. You two guys gun to gun on for 3 laps.
Yeah, thanks, Craig. Yeah, you're racing Breen. He's a good driver, and I know that boat handle as well. So you can, when you know what the other driver's going to do, and you know what the other boat's going to do, you can kind of stick nice and close. No real surprises, but yeah, great race. Really enjoyed it, and that's those are the kind of races you want to be part of.
They're really hard to get round the outside, aren't they?
Yeah, the old Barra. It's got a Barra motor in it, that blue boat, and with a turbo, and yeah, they're still obviously working on it, trying to get some more speed. But yeah, my old LS is up for the task. So yeah, it was great race, and yeah, those guys always put on a good show.
The water conditions out there, they look pretty good here, but what are they particularly in the NZ at Bundaberg turns?
Yeah, the western end gets a bit rough, but yeah, the water conditions have settled down a lot better than this morning. So yeah, staying in the seat a little bit longer this time.
All right, there. Thank you very much, Wayne Montgomery, and great race between Wayne and the Cole Sweat boat. Unlimited on the water, ladies and gentlemen. Brought to us this weekend by So we've got a nice little mixture of boats here. We've got the 2 blown out goal displacement boats, the Fury, Hayden Chesser and Maddox Leader of Lock and Load. We've seen both Corey in Sick Puppy and Lock and Load. Ryan McIntosh contesting heats of the Trojan Trophy this weekend. Of course, Unlimited Inboard sponsored by Signmax of Bundaberg, local family-owned and operated signwriting business primarily servicing the White Bay and surrounding areas. They pride themselves on quality signage at very competitive prices. That's Signmax Complete Sign Service difference. Quality, affordability, durability, all their work is guaranteed and use only quality material with a proven track record so your business signage will last for years to come. So there you go. Thank you very much, Signmax, for your continued support of the Bundaberg Powerboat Club, and principally today the Unlimited Inboards. We can see the Smiley Group helicopter in the milling area. You can see the light there. It's getting a little bit darker here at Sandy Hook. Hang on to your hats, ladies and gentlemen. Boats are coming onto the course. Obviously, the boat to look for is the yellow. Troy drive off into the distance, but Corey hangs on. In fact, he's got his nose in front of Hayden Chesser in the other blown out goal displacement. Marlin once again on the Brisbane Marine back straight. We've Adler, lock and load, lead the course. Lock and load, lead the course. So we've got a yellow flag, 1 lap to go for Troy Marlin in the big yellow Evercraft, sorry. The big Evercraft. So Fury moved into second. Corey has restarted the Sick Puppy. So unfortunately, Fury stopping in the Brisbane Marine back straight. So Troy Marlin there, taking the win. Sick Puppy just idling down the Brisbane Marine back straight. So Corey Marlin will limp the boat home, hopefully in second place. Bad luck once again to Hayden Chesser in Fury. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Warm those hands. Well done, Troy Marlin. Must be a very proud moment for Troy and Mother Corinne Marlin. See their boy out there as well. He took home the wagon last weekend at the St George Powerboat Club. Youngest ever driver at 16 to win that trophy. The young fella got the world at his feet.
All right, everyone, so that is the round 2 of our racing done for today. So we're on to round 3 now. So juniors, J2 and J3, you're up next. So juniors, J2 followed by J3 up next. Alrighty, folks, so we do have a blue flag for juniors J2. So just to fill everyone in on what's happening, so we'll try and get as far as we can through the next round. Part of the regulations with booking Sandy Hook, though, here is we do have to wrap up by 4 o'clock. So we'll get through as many races as we possibly can before 4 o'clock comes around. So our three competitors in Junior J2 are Little Lucifer with Lily Theodoulou driving that one. Bad Habit driven by Xander Law, and driving our junior development boat is Chase Smiley.
Go the other way.
Just while we're waiting for our J2s to come down onto the Smiley Group front straight, just down here with Logan Kidd, one of the Brisbane Marine guys. Logan, your weekend's been good so far?
Yeah, it's been awesome.
Water conditions out at Sandy Hook today?
Yeah, they're great. Not much wind, just wish there was a bit more sun.
Okay, after each race, you had to make many alterations to the boat?
Just put fuel in it.
Okay, that sounds pretty good. Give us a bit of a history of your boat, mate. It looks absolutely wonderful.
Bit of history. I actually don't know any of it, unfortunately.
All right, and you're one of Troy's apprentices at Brisbane Marine?
I was up until about 12 months ago, and I qualified now.
What's it? I trust it's a good business to work for.
Yeah, of course it is.
All right, mate. All the best of luck.
Thanks, mate.
Unfortunately, we're just getting a boat towed back to the bank, and we thought we'd keep it in the Kidd family because we're just about to speak to Campbell. Your day so far, Campbell?
My day has been awesome so far. Yeah, great day racing.
Okay, you got the 60 horsepower behind you, but what kind of engine are they?
So those are a 4-stroke, 60 horsepower engine. We've just put the APX conversion kits into them, and other than that, they're just 60s.
Okay, and I trust they'll just go all day?
They'll go all year.
And the boats, your brother just said the conditions just about perfect for you to run?
It's perfect boat racing condition. Yeah, like you said, a bit more sun would be ideal, but can't ask for much better.
As far as the sun's concerned, how does that help you?
Brighter conditions just puts everyone in a good mood.
Okay. All right, mate. Best of luck. Anyone you'd like to thank while you got the mic?
Yeah, Troy and Courtney from Brisbane Marine. Wouldn't be possible without you guys.
All right, there we go. Campbell Kidd, part of the Brotherhood here at the Bundaberg Powerboat Club Rum City Classic.
All right, it's a bit of a delay there. Folks, one of the junior boats, they actually got up there and boats started sinking on them. So everyone's okay though, but yeah, so we'll be down to 2 competitors and in this junior J2 race. Right, so we've got a race of two in this junior J2 category there now. So Xander Law finding a little bit of air across the start-finish line there. So that was a bit rough, but he's recovered well. And the other in that mint green boat there is Lily Theodoulou. So these two boats been pretty close racing. And so let's see how we go in this one around. So Lily at the moment, so this will be 3 laps of the junior course. And Lily at the moment well out in front after Xander found that little bit of air coming across the start-finish line. So to come round to complete lap 1 of 3, Lily well out in front. Xander making up a fair bit of that gap though on that turn. We saw in the last race he snuck home on the inside, and yeah, he did make up a fair bit there coming through that turn. So on lap 2 of 3 now though, but Lily in Little Lucifer still well out in front. Xander in Bad Habit back there trying to make up that gap. So at the halfway mark, they've got 1.5 laps to go in this one. We'll see how they work themselves out. So you can see Xander in Bad Habit closing in on the straight there. Now the yellow flag is up. Lily's gone pretty wide on that one, which Gaz has given Xander in Bad Habit a bit of a look in, but she's still out in front at the present time. So coming through that NZ turn, Xander looking for that, looking to sneak through on the inside. And it's pretty tight, so they're neck and neck down that back straight. Xander just poking his nose in Bad Habit out in front there now. Lily in Little Lucifer, not going to go away though. So he's had pretty good through the corners though. So we'll see how things look coming out of here. And it's pretty, oh no, tried a little bit too much on that corner there, Xander. So Lily takes over the lead. And Lily Theodoulou in Little Lucifer will get the win. Xander Law in Bad Habit challenging, but second after that little mishap on the final turn. All right, so we'll have our Juniors J3 up next once these two boats are back in. And Juniors J3 will be followed by 850cc's.
Pick up everyone talking.
All right, so we've got a blue flag for Juniors J3, a blue flag.
Well, we're going to moment, ladies and gentlemen, down here with Craig Spicer. Just down here with Craig. Your day so far, mate?
Yeah, not too bad. I had a bit of a spill last round and just trying to get my head back around it and get my confidence back up, making a few changes, and yeah, we're getting there.
Okay, the new V8, I think you debuted it this time last year, going real well.
The new V8 we put on for the first round this year up here. So I've done one full race in it and then crashed last time. So, and then today and yesterday's racing, or practice yesterday. It's amazing, the V8. It's definitely a step above the 200, the V6 that I was running last year. The acceleration out of the corner the V8 has is just, it's amazing. Yeah, top end, it's got everything everywhere. So.
Okay, all right, mate, all the best. I tell you what, that race today with you and Truslove early was magic.
Oh, it was awesome, you know. Truslove, obviously my old man, Uncle Gaz, Wedlock, they're all, and even Joel Downs, they're all amazing blokes to race with. They give us the room. You know, I wouldn't be half the driver I am today, and I'm still nowhere near perfect or nowhere near good. I'll classify myself if it wasn't for, you know, the likes of Wedlock and Truslove helping me, pushing me where they think I can be pushed, and, you know, teaching me a bit. You know, only person we're missing out there is old Acco. You know, I've raced with him in 850s. Obviously, our fathers used to race very closely together for a lot of years, out deep water, as we were just discussing. And yeah, it's fantastic here.
All right, mate, all the best for the rest of the day. We'll get back to our J3s, and we've got some great boats out on the water. Thank you once again, going to Craig Spicer, the 22-year-old from yesterday. Happy birthday, Craig. So, Dave Wise, you might want to pick up, mate. I'm sorry, I missed the start there in our J3s.
No worries. So we've just got Noah Cosson in Lost Identity out the front there at the moment. Then you've got the pink boat, Tori Jane Wood from Tori Jane Racing in second. You've got Lost Identity there, as I said, in front. Little hole shot, Fletcher Donnelly was in third, but might have lost a little bit of ground on that corner to the yellow boat, which is Bella Smiley. So Bella in more madness there, the yellow boat. Little hole shot is back there. Next Gen Marine, Leilani there, but out in front at the moment. So with one lap to go, you've got Noah Cosson in Lost Identity in first. Still Tori Jane Wood, Tori Jane Racing in second. Bella Smiley in More Madness in third. Then you've got Fletcher Donnelly and Little Hole Shot, the white boat, in fifth, and Leilani Borg, Next Gen Marine, that blue boat, in sixth. But round at the checkered flag now, so it will be Noah Cosson, Lost Identity, coming in first. Tori Jane Wood in Tori Jane Racing coming second. Bella Smiley in More Madness will take third, while Fletcher Donnelly and Little Hole Shot will be fifth, and Leilani Borg, Next Gen Marine, in sixth. And that's Juniors J3 race. Our Juniors, of course, sponsored by Extreme Marine. Great supporters of the club from all the way down there on the Gold Coast, but they do offer services right up and down the east coast of Australia and also into the South Pacific. And after these juniors are back in, so 850s will be up next, so 850 cc's are up next. we've got a blue flag for 850cc's. Blue flag is up. You can make your way out onto the course. And a heads up for our restricted combo competitors. You're next after this 850cc race.
$850cc sponsored by Brisbane Marine. So out of okay, handicap times for our 850cc's. So 0 on the clock will be Warrior, Kira Eglinton and Cyclone Gary Parker. 10 seconds after 0, the boats Jitterbug and Tennis Racket. 15 seconds after 0, Next Gen Marine and Supernaut. Cyclone has just been penalised 5 seconds. So Warrior is 0 on the clock. 5 seconds after 0, Gary Parker and Cyclone. 10 seconds after 0, both Jitterbug and Tennis Racket. And 15 seconds after 0, Next Gen Marine and Supernaut. All right, 0 on the clock, our two boats. Well, our first boat should be Kira Eglinton in Warrior. So Kira Eglinton, we're looking for Kira. She hasn't made the start. So Cyclone Gary Parker should be our lead boat, followed by the Kid family, Jitterbug and Tennis Racket. That's Logan and Campbell. And our Next Gen Marine and Supernaut. Boats moving on to the Smiley Grip front straight. So Gary Parker, the veteran racer. If there's any Gary hasn't driven, it's not worth driving. Second place, that's one of the Brisbane Marine boys. So Tennis Racket in second place. So Next Gen back in third place. Jitterbug and Supernaut. So nice little gaggle at the rear of the field. So will Cyclone, Gary Parker. The field now really starting to push. So Cyclone leading. So Tennis Racket in second place, that is Campbell Kidd. So Campbell now leading, coming out of the NZ at Bundaberg, top turn boy. So Gary Parker's been pushed back to second. Gary absolutely hugging the inside line here. So Next Gen Marine, looks like in third place, Chris Borg. Supernaut making a big charge. Luke Birmingham on the outside. I tell you what, Luke is going gangbusters at the moment. He's gone from fourth to second in one foul swoop. And that'll push Logan in Jitterbug back to the tail of the field. Very busy NZ at Bundaberg. Bottom turn boy. So Campbell Kidd now got a lovely little lead. This is like the Cyclone machine may have been swallowed up here, but Campbell Kidd in Tennis Racket. The two Brisbane Marine boats virtually identical. Supernaut charging down the outside, Luke Birmingham. Oh, very, very high indeed, the nose of the boat of Birmingham. So Next Gen Marine, Chris Borg in third. Gary Parker in Cyclone back in fourth place, which makes Jitterbug back in fifth and last place. So final lap on the Brisbane Marine back straight. It's Campbell Kidd's race to lose. He's got a nice little gap. He's heading into the NZ at Bundaberg top turn. Coming out onto the Smiley Grip front straight. Nice little rooster tail out the back of the boat. So that indicates to all and sundry that the boat, the setup's really, really good. So Birmingham in Supernaut, a really good second going there to Supernaut. Next Gen Marine, Chris Borg back in third. And a battle at the tail of the field. I think Gary Parker on the inside. Yep. So Jitterbug, that the boat driven by Logan Kidd, moves into fourth, pushing Gary in Cyclone back to fifth place. Brisbane Marine bring us 850cc racing this weekend. The trusted partner for enhancing your boat's performance with Mercury outboard stern drive inboards and diesel repowers. As the Mercury and Motor Guide Dealer of the Year, Brisbane Marine specialise in Mercury engine repowers, boat servicing and a wide selection of marine parts and accessories. They're ideally located at the gateway to Moreton Bay on the the Redcliffe Peninsula, and they are proud to be the only Mercury Premier Service Centre in North Brisbane. They've made it easy to get more information straight in your phone. Visit Build and Price. That shouldn't be there. Restricted combo, ladies and gentlemen, only 3 starters. And we've got Tom Birmingham in Shogun leading out from Kathy Eglinton in Silence. Third is Stress. Leon Evans, the driver of Stress. So by the sounds of it, Tommy Birmingham has fixed the problem with Shogun, because there was a definite miss in the previous race. So just coming out of NZ at Bundaberg, top turn, onto the Smiley Group front straight, and it's Tommy Birmingham in the motor is a 1992 Fairlane, a Ford Fairlane engine. Just keeps on keeping on. Kathy Eglinton, driver of Silence. This is the Thurgood T-deck. This is the next ski boat Kathy's driving, and of course Leon Evans driving Stress. The final time on the Brisbane Marine back straight. And it's Shogun Tommy Birmingham. He's extended the lead over Cassie Eglinton. Stress can't do much about the front two at the moment. The beautiful little Queensland skiff of Leon Evans. So taking the Whitewater Marine checkered flag, Tommy Birmingham, driver of Shogun. Second will go to Cathy Eglinton. In silence and stress, Leon Evans in third.
Alrighty, thanks Craig. So that restricted combo race all come back in now. So we've got a blue flag for our next group, which is the 25 horsepower heat 1. So 25 horsepower heat 1. Let's get you out on the course and we'll get underway. And after that will be outboard C. So outboard C, you're up next after this 25s race. This group of 25s in the field, we've got coming off pole number 1, just winging it, Caden Sutherland. Off 2, Extreme Marine Queensland, Josh Chiswell. Off 3 will be Maniac, Jason Chiswell. Off 4, Eureka, Katie Jenner. And off pole 5 will be Titan, driven by Zachary Slattery. Right, these group of 25s making their way down for a start now, heading across the start-finish line. It's going to be Zach Slattery in Titan on the outside, but taking the early lead. So let's have a look, see how they come out of this first turn, the NZ turn at the top of the course. And as they do, so it looks like that might be... So Zach Slattery down the outside, one of the two white boats in the field, which will be 77, just winging it. Caden Sutherland just nudging out in front. Maniac Jason Chiswell sitting back there in the pocket in third. Then Katie Jenner in Eureka and Josh Chiswell in the Extreme Marine entry in fifth at the present time. So this race is 3 laps, and as we head down to the start-finish line to complete lap 1 of 3, it's once again Zach Slattery in Titan leading the way. So we've got Caden Sutherland just winging it, still sitting back there in second. Jason Chiswell in Maniac third. Katie Jenner in Eureka fourth, and Josh Chiswell in Extreme Marine fifth. So no change to the race order for the time being, but it's a pretty tight contest there between second and third. So you've got Zach Slattery and Titan well out in front at the moment, but Maniac Jason Chiswell in third, looking to challenge for second, but now Katie Jenner in Eureka has entered the equation as well, so she's about to overtake Maniac. In fact, so they're neck and neck down that back straight, looking to challenge for that second position. So as both of them head past now, overtaking Caden in just winging it at the moment. Can't quite see from here. They're already pretty bunched up through that corner there. So it's going to be pretty hard for, in fact, one of them, I think it's just winging it. Caden slowed right down there in that corner. So meanwhile, down at the front straight here on the yellow flag, Zach in Titan is coming across the line now, still well out in front. And then back in second place there, it is Katie Jenner in Eureka and still Jason Chiswell in Maniac. Nothing between those two as they cross the start-finish line. And Caden Sutherland just winging it, sitting back in fourth now. So as they head down the back straight with half a lap to go, Zach Slattery in Titan is a long way in front at the moment. Katie Jenner in Eureka has come out of that turn a lot better than Jason Chiswell in Maniac. So for the time being, she's got a pretty decent lead over the third place Maniac, and meanwhile just winging it in fourth, Extreme Marine in fifth. At the top of the course now, the checkered flag is up and ready and waiting for Zach Slattery in Titan, who looks pretty good at this stage, but still around about 150 metres to go. Meanwhile, back there in second, I think it's going to be Katie Jenner in Eureka. A little bit of rough going there down the front straight, but she'll keep it together. And Katie Jenner, Eureka, will get second. Jason Chiswell in Maniac will be third. Caden Sutherland just winging it, fourth. And Josh Chiswell in the Extreme Marine boat will come in fifth in this 25 horsepower heat. So in this round, there's no Trojan Cup race, so we'll move on to Outboard C next. So Outboard C will be up next, and then the second of our 25 horsepower groups. So just a quick update, everyone. We are trying to get through as many races as we can. We are obliged under the conditions of booking the site here at Sandy Hook to race no later than 4 p.m. So 3:30 at the moment. We've got half an hour to go. We are trying to get through as many races as we can. We won't finish a full round though, but we'll keep you updated as we go. Meanwhile, though, Outboard Seas, sponsored by Whitewater Marine, do have a blue flag and can make their way out onto the course. So Outboard Seas making their way down now. The starting order for this one in pole 1 is Tennessee Titan Reuben White. In 2, Bundy On Dean McLaughlin. In 3, Blue Balls Dean Gamble. In 4, Sonic David Cassell. In 5, Fat Chance with Scott Carandrews, and looks like 6, the Deviate might be out of this one.
Coming up for the start, ladies and gentlemen, Outboard C. Got a father and son in this race as well. Of course, Clinton White and his son Reuben. Well, you can see the Fat Chance boat of Scott Carandrews. On the outside, Dave Cassell in Sonic. And Blue Balls on the inside. Looks like Reuben White back in fourth. Nice little duel occurring with Dean McLaughlin there. So Blue Balls leading the race. Getting a little bit flighty there. He'll have to watch himself. Fat Chance, Scott Carandrews moves into second. Cassell, he'll try up the inside. Moving into NZ Bundaberg, bottom turn. Oh, Cassell bogged down. Well, both him and Carandrews bogged down in the corner. But Blue Balls there heading into NZ Bundaberg, top turn. Nice little duel in second. The two mates, their stable mates in the pits, Carandrews and Cassell. So Blue Balls, he said ta-da, goodbye. Cassell, he's put a gap on Fat Chance. Dean McLaughlin. He's moved into fourth. Reuben White. First time seen young Reuben on the water, doing a fab job. Dad'll and Grandpa be really pleased with the young fella. But taking the white Watermarine checkered flag, Blue Balls takes the win over Sonic Dave Cassell. All over the shop like a Woolworths shopping trolley was Dave. Back to Fat Chance, Scott Carandrews. Next along will be Dean McLaughlin. And Reuben White will bring up the tail.
Thanks, Craig. So as these outboard seas make their way back in, our next group off will be our second heat for 25 horsepower. So 25 horsepower's heat 2, you're up next, and that's followed by inboard B. Just a quick time check at this stage. We're at 3:39, so just around about 21 minutes to 4. We do need to stop racing at 4 at the latest, but for the moment we'll keep going with these next couple of races. So blue flags up for 25 horsepower, heat number 2, making their way out onto the course. We'll grab you some information about this one. So the poles for this one, so coming off pole number 1 will be Scott Trainer, more time out. Next to him in 2 will be Steve Cooper in Coop Science Racing. In 3, Steph Cooper in Siren. Coming from pole 4 will be Peter Bartz in Mental Health. And from 5 will be Hugo Brackmanis in Slingshot. And from pole 6 will be Ben Ashby in Kamikaze. It's a 25 horsepower heat 2, and it's the green boat leading the way off. Hugo Brackmanis in Slingshot on the outside there. So meanwhile, in amongst it, Kamikaze, Ben Ashby. But let's have a look at how we come out of the NZ turn there. And looks like it's on the inside. So Scott Trainer in more time out has had a fantastic run through there and takes the lead from Steve Cooper in Coop Science Racing. Meanwhile, Steph Cooper in Siren is just off their tail in 3rd, and then it looks like Peter Bartz in Mental Health just there in 4th, Kamikaze 5th, and Slingshot in 6th. So a couple of those boats a little bit slow through that corner, but we'll get a good look at them coming down to the start-finish line now. So this one, once again, 3 laps this race, and we're on lap 1. It's a pretty tight bunch as they come down there, but just out in front of them is Steve Cooper, the Coop Science Racing boat. Steph Cooper in Siren just outside in 2nd. Meanwhile, Peter Bartz in Mental Health just overtaking Scott Trainer in more time out. Kamikaze just hanging off there, and Slingshot at the back, but not too far away from the rest of the pack. So we're almost at the halfway mark, so they've done nearly 1.5 laps, and Steve Cooper, Coop Science Racing, has opened up a bit of a lead, but Steph Cooper in Siren and Peter Bartz in Mental Health now in hot pursuit there. Meanwhile, Kamikaze and more time out has dropped off the pace there a little bit from that main bunch. So Steve Cooper in Coop Science Racing still in the front at the moment, but any one of that group of 4 could come through and win this at this stage, and even 5th and 6th not too far back. So we've got the yellow flag up. Once they come over the start-finish line, it'll be 1 lap to go. So Steve Cooper in Coop Science Racing still just managing to stay half a dozen boat lengths out in front there at the moment. Although, as I say that, Peter Bart's in Mental Health closes that gap, so not too far off. And Steph Cooper in Siren definitely in amongst it as well. And Ben Ashby in Kamikaze wouldn't count him out. So Slingshot, in the meantime, has overtaken more time out to move into 5th place. So we're just over half a lap to go at this point. Situation is just back there in 2nd and 3rd. So Steve Cooper in Coop Science Racing has still got that little bit of a lead there. The race at the moment, though, now is between Kamikaze and Mental Health. Steph Cooper in Siren was in amongst that first group. She's just dropped off the pace there a little bit now. So Kamikaze and Mental Health will be the two at this stage that could potentially challenge Steve Cooper for that lead, depending how they get a good run through that corner. So Steve Cooper, checkered flag is up, and he's come through pretty cleanly, so he's looking quite good. That boat on the inside there, though, Kamikaze is looking to mount a challenge. I'm not sure if there's going to be enough left as Steve Cooper gets the win. Kamikaze, Ben Ashby will get 2nd. Peter Bart's Mental Health recovering strong and getting 3rd. Steph Cooper in Siren will be 4th. Slingshot 5th, and more time out finishing 6th. All right, so it's 13 minutes to 4. We'll move on to inboard B.
Inboard B coming up, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Brent Fletcher Irritation, one of our last boats to lead the dock. Misfire 2. Wayne Montgomery. Dave Law, driver, home wrecker. This could be one of the last races of the day. As Dave Wise mentioned, we do have a cut-off time as part of our licence at 4 o'clock. So we'll just wait and see. But any races not conducted this afternoon will go to the front of the pack tomorrow. So we did that last year from memory. And we got cracking first thing Sunday morning, got the whole program over by close of business on the Sunday.
So just jump in there, Craig. So yeah, so we got this inboard B race now. We're going to run outboard B and inboard A, and that'll wrap us up for the day.
Okay, thank you very much, Dave Wise. Down here with the family of Irritation. Very nervous wait for the family. So we got this and the next race to go, ladies and gentlemen, and that'll be it for the day. Inboard B. So coming down the straight, it's that man Rod Peterson once again. Leading out on the inside. A great run up the back straight. That's Dave Law in home wrecker leading out. You see Peterson right round the outside of Let It Ride. Mark Eglinton. Boat's very tight indeed coming on. The boat's coming on to the Smiley grip. Front straight. So the lead boat, Send It, has got a nice little gap now over Hot Lemon. Rod Peterson, Let It Ride, Mark Eglinton, and Misfire 2, Wayne Montgomery. So Send It still got that good lead. Over Rod Peterson, Mark Eglinton. And Misfire 2 having a rough ride at the back of the field. So final time on the Brisbane Marine back straight. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. For Oz Propellers, the driver of Send It, Steve Mallett. Steve Mallett in Send It, taking the win. Rod Peterson. Rod Peterson home in second in Hot Lemon. Mark Eglinton home in third in Let It Ride. Misfire 2, or Irritation, sorry, in fourth. We had a boat drop out early in the decider, just trying to pick which boat it was. So Misfire it is that did run fourth. Irritation did not appear to start. So Misfire 2, Wayne Montgomery home in fourth.
All right, so outboard B is up next. We've got 7 minutes to 4. So at this stage, we're running outboard B and inboard A and wrapping it up. But 6 minutes to 4 at this stage. So we've got a blue flag for outboard B. So it'll be a field of 2 for this one. So with Hoodlum being out, so we'll be Villain Chris Tucker and Millard Financial, driven by Marcus Millard. And just a heads up for inboard A competitors, if we can get your race in pretty close to 4, then let's make sure we're down at the ramp ready to go. All right, so we're underway with our outboard B race. So just 2 competitors down in this category now, and Marcus Millard in the Millard Financial boat there, the red one, got the better of that start. So meanwhile, Chris Tucker in Villain, though, coming around the outside there at the moment. So Marcus Millard Financial slowed right up there coming out of that corner, but back underway again now, and takes neck and neck at the moment. So it was well out in front. Not sure what happened coming out of that turn, but slowed right up, giving Chris Tucker in Villain the opportunity to come down the outside. So as they come down to complete lap 1 of 3 now, as they head for the start-finish line, they're pretty far apart, but looks like Marcus Millard well out in front again now in the Millard Financial boat. Chris Tucker in Villain, not letting him get too far away though at the moment. So just 1.5 laps to go in this one. That red boat slowed right down again, but gets going once more. Inboard A, just a reminder, so we're a few minutes to 4. We can get your race in as long as we've got you on the water as soon as possible after these 2 are done. So inboard A, let's make sure we're good to go so we can get your race in. So it's a yellow flag now, and as they head down for the start-finish line, Millard Financial. Chris Tucker in Villain will be hoping to take advantage of that as they head for the start-finish line there now. And we can see that it's going to be pretty tight, actually, as they come down to the line. So Marcus Millard on the inside, Chris Tucker on the outside in Villain, and it is going to be Millard Financial, Marcus Millard, crossing first from Chris Tucker in Villain. Okay, so we've got a blue flag for inboard A right on 4 o'clock. So this will be the last race of the day, and we'll resume racing at 9 a.m. tomorrow. So I've just been told tomorrow night after we're finished here, the courtesy bus to Sugarland Tavern will be running from here at Sandy Hook for our campers at 5:45. So if you want to plan ahead tomorrow night, if you're heading to Sugarland Tavern and you're camping out here, the courtesy bus will be heading off at 5:45.
Last race of the day. Inboard A, Who Cares, Tim Windmill. Downtime, Rob Simpson. Home wrecker, Dave Law. Cole Sweat, Ben Cole. The Punisher, Andrew Goodhill. And Hustler, the Dangerous, James McLaughlin. I say dangerous, not in relation to his driving style, but he's got a very quick wit, young James. Of course, J-Mac Roofing, one of our great sponsors here at the Bundaberg Powerboat Club. Last time today, looking forward to tomorrow. Big program. We do have a green flag, ladies and gentlemen. Boats coming down the Smiley's Group front straight. And once again, it's that boat of Andrew Goodhill's power down the outside. But that looks like David Law in home wrecker. He's moved into first, but here comes Goodhill. Goodhill is charged down the outside. What an absolute rocket ship. This, the Punisher is coming out of Brisbane Marine into NZ at Bundaberg. Top straight, top turn onto the Smiley's Group. Front straight, Goodhill, ha-ha, goodbye, he says. Not Goodhill, but goodbye. Second place to home wrecker Dave Law. Benny Cole in Cole Sweat, Hustler, James McLaughlin, sorry, and Miss Wyatt too. And Who Cares, beg your pardon, Tim Windmill. So unfortunately, downtime is OUT, out of the race. Had a breakdown, but Goodhill has got one to go. Don't know if Dave Law can do much about this in home wrecker. Andrew has been absolutely outstanding in the Punisher. Final time onto the Smiley Group front straight. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Andrew Goodhill. driver of the Punisher, home wrecker Dave Law in second. Cole Sweat, Benny Cole in third place. Next along, unfortunately downtime, Rob Simpson having a problem. So who cares? Tim Windmill home next. And Hustler. James McLaughlin home in fifth. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Bundaberg Powerback Club, just wish to thank everyone for your attendance here today at the venue and for everyone at home watching Wide Bay ITV. Co-commentator today, Dave Wiseman. It's been a tremendous day's racing.
Has been fantastic. Good to see too, though. We actually got through all of our 3 rounds. A bit of a late start this morning, but we got through the 3 rounds as planned right on 4 o'clock, and what a fantastic day it was. Good to see, mate, a few of these boats. You might have seen them around other parts of the country, but we don't always see them here at Bundy Powerboat Club. That yellow beast, that is one quick boat.
It is the benchmark, mate, and fortunately for some of us, we get to see it a lot more than others, but it's been a tremendous day here. You know, like, you just talk about boats that you sometimes don't see. A lot of the kids I don't see, but what tremendous racing we had from our J2 and J3 competitors today, and that's going to be obviously continued tomorrow. 850cc restricted combo, how good were they? 25 horsepower. We had a couple of heats of them. We had that many. Outboard C, outboard B. The inboarders. It's been great racing all day.
Excellent racing, and I will just mention too that great to see the boats, but what about that helicopter though? Doesn't it just add to the atmosphere here, thanks to one of our major sponsors, the Smileys Group?
Yeah, it certainly is, mate. And we just want to thank all our sponsors: Extreme Marine Queensland, Brisbane Marine, Brothers Club Bundy, I'll be there tonight, Wilson's Industrial Sales, Whitewater Marine, Clint White there, the Coops Science Engineering, Oz Propellers, ASAP Aircraft Spares, and Max Bundaberg. We've got a couple of races early tomorrow, Dave, because our licence ceased at 4 o'clock this over. We're going to get cracking 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. For everyone at Wide Bay ITV or anyone that's coming back to the venue tomorrow, we hope to see everyone back. So 9 o'clock, I believe our coverage on Wide Bay ITV will commence in the morning. So Dave, we just hope everyone has a great night. We look after our sponsors. I'm going to be looking after Bundy Brothers Club tonight. You have a great night, mate. We'll see you tomorrow.
All right, thank you. See you bright and chirpy in the morning.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Dave Wise and myself, a very good afternoon. Thanks for your patronage. Thanks for everyone at home, and we'll see you back tomorrow at 9 o'clock. Thank you.